Hello world and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a natural Valentine's makeup look for you guys. I already have a little bit of concealer under my eyes because unfortunately my family has a gene of dark eye circles. So the way I deal with that is I use a bit of Tarte's Shape Tape Concealer. It is in the shade Light Neutral, so if you're my skin tone, this is definitely the color for you. But it does oxidize, so you might want to get a shade lighter if you're a bit dark. This concealer is really, really good. It has a lot of coverage on it. It's really nice. But the only complaint that I have about it is that it dries really, really fast, and you have to work with it really, really quickly. So the way I make that process a bit easier is I take my beauty blender from Sephora. You can get this for about $25. It's kind of expensive, but it's worth it because it blends pretty much everything out, like foundation, concealer, anything that you need for base to do for the rest of your makeup. I use this to blend out my Shape Tape. So what I do is I wet it and I don't squeeze out all the water. I leave a little bit of excess water in there so I can squeeze it when I'm blending this out to liquefy it a little bit so it won't dry as fast, so I can blend it out easier. You have to do really tiny dots because it will get super cakey and you look like a ghost if you do too much. So what I do is I take tiny dots like that. So I do tiny, tiny little dots like that because if you use too much, like I said, you'll look really cakey. And I blend it out like normal, like that. I use this little pointy part on top to go in my inner corner because if you use the fat part, it's going to get all over your eyebrows, all over your eyelashes, it's going to look a mess. So I usually use the fat part to go like on the outside of my eye, and then I use this little part to go on the inner corner so it won't get all over. And I also put it on top of my eye a little bit so it can just blend my whole eye socket out and make it look nice and even and perfect. Now we can get on to the eyeshadow and all the brushes and everything that I use. So the palette I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using the Tartelette and Bloom palette. They have a whole bunch of different palettes with a whole bunch of different colors. I'm going to be using this one today because I think it matches with the whole Valentine's theme. So this is the palette. It smells so good. It smells like a bakery. Makes me very happy in life. I recommend this palette for people who like to do smoky eyes or just for people who like doing natural makeup looks because it has a lot of nudes in it. I got this from Sephora. You can get this from Ulta also, but I got this from Sephora. This was about $45. It's really expensive, but again, it's really good palette and it has so much pretty colors in it. So before I get on with the whole eyeshadow, I'm going to put a eyeshadow primer on to make everything stick for the rest of the day. This is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and this is just to make everything stick and stay nice and make it stay there and stick to my eyeball. So I'm going to take very little bit on my finger like that. And put very, very little bit because if you put too much, the eyeshadow will slide off. Now that the eye primer is done, now we can get on with the transition color. Now, I have this little makeup brush kit. The makeup brushes I'm going to be using for this look, I'm going to be using these four right here and this one. So the first one I'm going to use is a crease brush, but I don't use it for my crease. I use it for the transition color that I'm going to be doing right now. The transition color I'm going to be using is this one called Charmer. I'm going to use a little bit of that just like as a base. And remember, when you're putting your eyeshadow on, always do it this way because if you do it this way, all the eyeshadow is going to get on your actual bridge of your nose. The base color done, we are done with the base color. So I'm going to take Funny Girl right there. It's like a light glittery shade. I'm going to take this brush right here. You can use a brush or your finger for this part. I'm going to put it on my inner corner and extend it to the halfway part of my lid. I'm using the Sephora smudge brush and I'm going to take a little bit of that Funny Girl right here and I'm just going to put it on like that. Have it packed on to the smudge brush. I'm going to be taking the Sephora Color Anthology palette. They do not sell this in stores anymore. I don't think they sell this anywhere actually. So let's see, I got this like 2 Christmases ago. I'm going to be using this color right here. This kind of like hot pinky color on this side. And this is the Crease Shadow Brush in 73. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. And this palette isn't the best. I'm going to take a little bit of that pink and I'm going to put it in my crease. I'm going to swirl it on the outer corner of my eye and bring it in. Blend it out. The biggest part about eyeshadow is blending. You have to blend or else it's not going to look right. I'm going to take my smudge brush again and I'm just going to... Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Sweet and Passionate Pink Colorful 5 palette right here. When you go on the Sephora website, there is 5 different palettes of different colors of these. This is the 5th one because it says Colorful 5. There's a whole bunch of different ones. So the color I'm going to be using is this one right here, this light baby pink. I'm going to be putting this in my inner corner. So I'm going to take my finger. This is a very loose powder, so if you want it to be opaque, you're going to have to want to use your finger because with a brush it's not going to show. So I'm going to put it in my inner corner. You're going to put it in your inner corner of your eye and you're going to drag it upwards so it can blend with the rest of the glitter that you've done. Now to just darken this up a little bit, I am going to be taking, from the same Colorful 5 palette, I'm going to be taking this brown color right here. Crease brush again, and I'm going to take a little bit of that. Don't put too much or else it's going to look weird. I'm going to do it in the V of my eye right here. Now that that's done, I'm going to be taking my regular crease brush again to just blend it. I'm going to add a little bit more of the Funny Girl because I feel like it looks a bit plain. I'm using, instead of the smudge brush, I'm going to be using the angled liner brush. Okay, now that I'm done with the whole eyeshadow part, now I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. You can get this at Ulta, you can get this at Sephora, wherever. I'll put the link down below where you can get this mascara. The regular price is around $19, but I got this for $14 on a sale. This mascara is super good. It's not waterproof, but it doesn't smudge, doesn't smear as long as you don't sob your eyes out or rub your eyes because you're all tired. And it looks really natural as long as you don't put like a million coats on and then you look like there's like bugs on your eyelid because there's so many clumps. You guys are gonna judge me from how I put mascara on. I like keep my eyes open like an actual psychopath like this. Some people like blink into it, but I've done that so many times and it just like it hurts like my eyes. Like the wand will go inside my eyeball. So what I do is I keep my eyes open and I just like wiggle it like this. But don't put too much or else it's gonna look clumpy. Because this mascara is kind of thick, but what I usually do to break that all up and like get rid of all the clumps and everything, they usually have these in like Sephora, Ulta, any beauty store. And they're just like little samples for the customers to try on mascara or whatever. I usually put them in my purse. I'd be a little sneaky and put them in my purse. But I take them and then I go over the mascara like this to get rid of some of that like clumpiness on there. And then I just do that. And then sometimes I even roll it like that to get rid of all the clumps. So that's usually what I do to get rid of all the clumps. So this is optional. You can use actual black eyeliner if you want, if you're a bit older than me. For me, I'm going to use a dark colored eyeshadow instead. I want to look very subtle, very nice. So I'm going to be using the color Activist. It's a bit dark. You can use a lighter color like Leader, for instance, but you can use whatever color you want. I'm going to be using Activist. I've already put a little bit on. You guys didn't see that because my camera stopped recording like an idiot. I hate it. So what you're going to do is you're going to start from your lid like I already did here. You want to do like, you see how much that is right there? That's what you want to put on your hand a little bit to let go of all the loose powder. So what you're going to do is you're going to start from your lid and you're just going to work your way down. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the sharp point of this and take the angle and do it like that, up. Like you would do regular eyeliner. What you're going to do is you're going to flip it over like this and then do it like that. So now we have a cute little eyeshadow wing. I can start doing the other side. Now that this side is already complete and done with it, now we can move on to this side. So I'll see you guys when this side is done. Okay, so now is the part where I'm going to go into more of the ending parts. So now I'm moving on to Tarte's Captivating Amazonian Clay Blush. This is one of my favorite colors of the whole collection of blush that they have. I'm going to be using Real Techniques blush brush for this. You can get these online or at Walmart. They're cheaper online, so I recommend you get them online. So you're going to use a very, very little bit of this because these are very opaque and very pigmented. So you don't want to use too much or else you're going to look like a clown. So very, very little bit. Even shake some off. And put very, very little bit on your cheeks. And you're good to go. Now I'm going to put a little bit of Born With It by Maybelline. I got this at Target. What I'm going to be using today on my face is Tarte. So much Tarte here. I'm going to be using Tarte's Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Tinted Pressed Powder. This is in the shade Light. And I'm going to be using Real Techniques powder brush for this. I'm just going to put it all over my face so it can make everything look nice and smooth and make it look nice and blended out everywhere. Alrighty. We are done with the makeup. So the reason why I have so many Tarte products is because Tarte is organic, it's vegan, and don't test on animals, no animal cruelty involved with this makeup brand. So that's why it's so amazing, because I'm going through a little bit of puberty, you know, and I'm getting a lot of acne, a lot of bumps, and this is one of the best brands you can get if you are starting to go through those stages, because it can even help your face out because that's how organic it is. So I really recommend getting this brand because it's amazing, and their eyeshadows are really smooth, really nice. Everything about them is just really good. You can use actual liquid liner if you're a bit older than me. I like using just like eyeshadow as eyeliner because it looks a bit better, more subtle, more natural. Sometimes I use eyeliner, but I don't know, I feel like this time, since it's all like Valentine's-y and like pinky, pretty, I didn't want it to be that harsh, so I decided to just do this for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this look, and if you want to see more videos like these, make sure to click that subscribe button on this side. Give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below if you like this makeup look.
Anaiyah M is out.
See you later, my juicy fruits. Bye!
Zombie apocalypse.